two names together and jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Ramsauer. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, they'll run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But Let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Look out, he's got room! Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally
breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. They'll give it on the counter. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Right back to the well. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on this second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Crimson Tide with a second down to open play here in the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going for 6. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Motion from the wideout. With the catch, it's Barber. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room. Inside, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Barber. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They punted away on fourth down. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Russell. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds some space. Racing down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown tie! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
He'll bring it out. It's Rivera. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Oh, he's got some... Headed to the end zone. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, it's the conference finale today. Win this, win extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Power football with the run. Turning it on! Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Making side adjustments here. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
42, Spider.
To the air. It's Carr. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. LSU quick to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. The official says no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. To the ground with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The lone back's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This quarterback part of their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Dropping back, it's Russell. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And we talked about this at half, man. They've got to start to pressure the quarterback more. This offense had a lot of success. You got to make this guy feel uncomfortable. And the first drive, out of the half, they do exactly that.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. The RPO, it's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on second down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to pass, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to push it deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Ramsauer. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off play action. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is on its way. He's got it. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal. To the air, it's Carr. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on third and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard fourth down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Using his legs, it's Riley. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
Lasso! Lasso!
He'll try it again. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the move. Fights off a defender. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, the ball carrier is just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. To the air, it's Russell. He's got him in the flat. Turning it on! He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down.
Here we go!
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding open areas. Got enough for the 1st down. Wide open spaces. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Under fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Complete to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Come on, baby, come on, come on! 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now.